guys. Lately, God has been convicting me about being a bit more bold and vulnerable for Him. So, when we show our weaknesses, He gets more glory, right? So, here goes. Just an update to my testimony. Um, Back in 2012 was when I felt the Holy Spirit, and God healed me then of what I was experiencing. The symptoms of depression included thoughts of suicide, which thankfully I never had the intention of doing, and ever since then, I have not had any such thoughts, except for one time pretty soon after the retreat that I think I experienced what they call spiritual warfare because I was upset about something and all these negative thoughts came, and my rational brain was like, this is an overreaction to this thing that shouldn't be that big of a deal. So at the time, I prayed, and as instantly as they came, they went away. And I think it was the enemy trying to attack and just bring me back to that place, which he failed to do because ever since the retreat, I knew that I could go to Jesus. And then there was a time in 2015 when I was feeling a bit left out, and I decided to turn on a random worship station, which on iTunes, and I just scrolled through and clicked on one, and the song that popped up was the exact same one that I heard at the retreat that had made an impact on me. I hadn't heard it since then, and it was a Spanish one, no estás solo, which means you're not alone, and that was exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. And I just, I cried, I prayed, I worshipped, and God's just amazing how He orchestrates everything. He sees you, He knows you, He knows what you've been through, and yeah, it doesn't matter what you've done. You can go to Him. All He wants is your heart, which is interesting because, I mean, before, could I say that I loved God? No. I prayed and I went to church, but that was it. I didn't really have that relationship with Him. And it was only after that retreat that I started to seek Him, and I wanted to know more and read about Him, know Him, and spend more time with Him in prayer, all that stuff, which I didn't used to want to do, or not enough, since childhood probably. We tend to live our lives, we forget about Him, but He's the most important thing that we could ever hope to have, and I think that's part of why I don't know how to explain it. It's like you can have head knowledge, and it's it's your heart that He wants. He wants you to love Him with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and it's not just he. It's not that He wants to control you or anything. It's because He loves us, and when we love Him, it's just the most amazing thing you could have. you look for stuff in the world, uh, and it's not satisfying, it's not fulfilling, because He created us to have a relationship with Him. And when you don't, you look for that feeling or that thing in the world in all the wrong places. Mm. So since then, yeah, I can't speak for other people and their experiences, but in my experience, um, that's what it's been like. It doesn't mean that you won't suffer or that you won't get sad sometimes. That stuff won't happen. Uh, God doesn't He's not a genie that makes your life perfect, but He's there with you in all circumstances, all your trials. And one day when Jesus returns, that's when there'll be no more suffering, no more pain, no more tears. And until then, we we place our hope in Jesus, and He gives us that peace and comfort that we can only get in Him. And that's why I'm wearing this shirt, which says, "Only Jesus can turn a mess into a message, a trial and um, into a triumph, a test into a testimony, and a victim into a victory," because that's pretty much what He did in my life, and I'm sure in countless other lives. And I know some of the stuff sounds unbelievable to some people, um, but He's real and He cares, and I hope that this has helped at least one of you out there, and um, that you, if you don't believe, will seek Him and give God a chance, because, I mean, He changed my life. I don't know you or what you've been through, but I know that God cares about you too.